Get it? ChatGPT is the most commonly used AI platform on earth, and it isn't even close. As useful as ChatGPT can be, it is a non-specialized tool. It was built for everyday use and can help with general tasks that most of the population has with a number of daily tasks, like hey, please rewrite this text in a more informal tone. It's great for stuff like that. But think about ChatGPT kind of like a Swiss Army knife. The ones that have tools for every single job, so they just do a lot of things just kind of okay. They have a small pair of scissors, a sharp knife, a nail file, all these things. Let me ask you a question. If you went to a high-end steakhouse and ordered your favorite cut of meat, whatever your favorite cut of meat is, mine is a nice Chateaubriand, a nice lean cut of meat, black and blue. Man, I could have that for the rest of my life. But if I was eating my favorite dish, if I was eating my favorite steak, would I use a Swiss Army knife to cut it? I spent so much on this beautiful steak. I'm looking forward to the steak. Am I going to use just a generalist tool? No, that's ridiculous, right? Of course not. You would use a proper steak knife because that is what it was made for. It's still a knife, but it has specialized use. AI is the exact same. ChatGPT is a tool with no guardrails that can do a number of different things, but it isn't specialized, okay? There are specialized tools that were made to do one thing and one thing only and do it better than any other tool. Here's some examples. HeyGen, it creates AI avatars that can read scripts for digital products or content. You have 11 Labs. It turns scripts into AI voiceovers that sound like you or like a completely different person according to your needs. You have Lovable that creates landing pages to sell your products in minutes by simply telling the AI what you want. You see, I use AI tools across all of my businesses for a number of different functions. Aside from a few mundane tasks, ChatGPT is not one of them. I like to focus on the specialized tools, okay? I don't use Swiss Army knives at a steakhouses, and I definitely don't use all-in-one AI tools in my businesses. You see, with the right tools available right now, building successful digital products is no longer just for experts. It is genuinely possible for anyone. Wouldn't you agree? But there is still one aspect of digital products that will make or break your product: the topic that you choose. You can have all the right tools. You can create a product of the highest standard. You could even hire the best marketing team. If you create something that nobody wants, you will fail. The team and I have actually built a tool that finds proven topics already. It's called Synthesize AI. As of now, it is not open for the public. This tool is available to our monetized users and eliminates guesswork when it comes to choosing their topics. Luckily for you, I'm a co-owner of WAP, which means I have all of the backend data that shows me what topics are working best right now. And they aren't just all the topics you would expect. There are people making money with topics you wouldn't even imagine. Because you guys are VIP, I want to share some products that are making money in the most unique niches. I'm showing you these products so that way you can actually start thinking outside of the box. Do you guys remember Harris and Habas from the pre-challenge call? They retired their parents, traveled the world, and became completely ungovernable. They help aspiring football players get into pro academies. I'm sure most of you would never think of a product like theirs that could work. But Harris shows his face, right? Maybe you want to remain completely anonymous and create a digital product that doesn't show your face. Well, that's not our problem either. Look at Map Academy, a digital product teaching people how to create Fortnite maps. I have no idea who created this digital product, but there's one thing I do know. Whoever is behind the product has made almost $100,000 in earnings from it. Look at this example, a digital product that teaches people to make a variety of dishes using unique spices from around the world, completely faceless, over $40,000 earned. Cook along with VIP seasonings. This is insanity, guys. I'm gonna check the comments now. Guys, is this getting you thinking a little bit outside the box? I'll be honest, even for me, sometimes I sit and I look at the back-end data in WAP and I'm just like, how does this sell? But yeah, there are people all over the world, from all parts of the world. They're selling such unique products you wouldn't even believe it. Most definitely, yes. Very far outside the box. Yes, I'll be honest, some of these are very, very far outside the box, even for me. I've been in this industry for 10 years, and I am always so shocked and so surprised some of these products that work. Amazing. All right, well, on that note, let's get back into it. Now, to prove to you how anonymous this user is, we actually tried finding the owner as a pre-challenge guest by using their listed WAP username. We couldn't find them anywhere. If coaching aspiring football players, teaching Fortnite maps, building and cooking with spices wasn't unique enough, guys, look at this one. To me, this might be the craziest one. This user started a Labubu collector community and hosts a buyer's guide, digital product inside of it. A Labubu community. This is insane. This user has made just under $65,000 based on the number of current members, and will continue to add $6,500 a month to that total. $65,000 in earnings for a Labubu community. You guessed it, completely faceless. Listen, I can keep going. Look at this user. They created a WAP that helps gamers improve in a game called Valorant. I'll be honest, I don't even know what that is, but he's made $100,000 from it. So, congrats to him or her. I don't know, they're faceless. A user teaching numerology. Some of you guys may not even know what numerology is, but there's a market for it, clearly, because almost $15,000 earned on WAP. Now, there are people making tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars selling digital products on topics you didn't even know existed. Are you starting to see the opportunity that is right in front of you? Now, I know some of you guys might be sitting there with a level of self-doubt, wondering if people will be interested in the topic you choose. You need to remember that the world is a big place. There are millions of topics that different people are interested in. Take Harris and Habis's digital product, where they help aspiring footballers go pro. How many people do you know who are trying to become professional football players? Harris has 2,779 members in just one of their plans. That's almost 4,000 in total between all of them. You see, there are users teaching people how to create Fortnite maps, creating buyer's guides for Labubu dolls, and teaching basic skills like cooking. They're getting paid tens of thousands of dollars, and no one even knows who they are. Is the size of the opportunity starting to click for you guys? You see, you need to stop living in the same small bubble that is your daily life and start opening your eyes to the opportunities that are really out there. And also, just one other thing I wanted to mention, because I see this a lot. You need to separate your emotions and your feelings from fact, okay? Like, your emotions and your feelings are not reality. And here's what I mean by that. Even me in my life, there's things I look at. I'm sure, sometimes you see people spend money on things, and I've gone to a certain echelon of life where you see people spend a lot of money on a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of business partners, associates, people I come across. And sometimes I look at it and I go, why would they spend so much money? It's not worth it. And then I have to remind myself, I go, who am I to say what's worth it and what's not worth it? Okay. My emotions and my feelings have nothing to do with it. So you might be sitting there and going, oh my God, I can't believe people are spending money on this. Or you might have a emotion or feeling or self-doubt in your mind that, but this product couldn't make money, or no one would want to buy it. That's just your emotions. Those are your feelings, but feelings are not fact. Okay. Fact is what the market wants, the market will pay for. Okay. And clearly, as you can see, that there is a demand and there's a market for things that you can never even imagine. So the next time, I guess, you have doubt, or the next time, because even to this day, I still have to train myself. When I see something and I'm like, there's no way people pay for that, or, that's not worth it. And then I have to remind myself, who am I to say whether it's worth it or not? Now, maybe it's not worth it for me. Maybe for me, I go, I don't value that thing, but someone else values it 10 times more than I value it. And there's maybe things that I spend, insane eye-watering sums of money on that other people like, this makes no sense. Okay, so just please remember that. Sometimes, you might have a visceral reaction when you see people making this much money from like Labubu dolls. Like, to me, that's crazy. But then again, like, I'm not the market, and my feelings about, I can't believe they make so much money. Like, I'm happy for them, but when I say the feelings, I don't mean so much as in like, I'm upset or this, that. I'm just more like puzzled, I guess. But I have to remind myself, like, just because, in my reality, I don't see that as a big market, I need to understand that the world is so much bigger. And I even have to remind myself, the world is so much bigger than just outside of myself. So with all that being said, that's why I say that you need to stop living in the small bubble that is your daily life and start opening your eyes to opportunities that are really out there. The world is bigger than you could ever imagine, and there are unlimited opportunities out there. 10 years ago, I opened my eyes to the fact that these opportunities were there to be taken advantage of, and I ignored all the self-doubt I had in the process. And like I just told you guys, I still train myself to this day in order to ignore the self-doubt. And that has been what has truly made me an ungovernable individual. I saw an opportunity, I ignored all the self-doubt I had, and I just committed. And I still do that to this day. And by the way, it's an ongoing process, okay? I'm not perfect. I still have to commit to this. And I still have to commit to this, and I still have to even commit to things like the alchemy of self. I literally signed a contract here with you guys. Non-expert digital products, that is your opportunity to become ungovernable. But if you didn't do what myself and many others have done, block out all the self-doubt and commit, this will just be another opportunity that you're going to look back on with regret because you let self-doubt get in your way. Now, to help you with that, here's a challenge for you. To sweeten the deal, I'm going to choose one VIP member who completes the challenge and reward you with a brand new MacBook. So to stand a chance of winning, I need you to do the following. During the main session, okay, and I've said this many times before and I'll say it again, the VIP is just an extension to the main. Without the main, the VIP makes absolutely no sense. So during the main session, I'm gonna be asking a simple question, okay? Are you ready to commit? I'm going to be asking that during the main session. I will ask this question at a random time during the main session, so make sure you tune in live and you are listening carefully for when I ask that question. Now, when I ask this question, you need to take out your phone and just take a selfie of yourself watching the live session. You know, something like this is, what I'm looking for. So just take a selfie of you watching the live session. Now, once you've taken your photo, your next task is to reply to the question in the live chat by saying, I commit, okay? Just saying, I commit. So you're gonna write it like here, say, I commit. Now, very, very important. The chat will be moving really quickly, which might make it very difficult in order for you to screenshot it after you post. So to avoid getting distracted, screenshot your comment. So type out your comment, screenshot your comment before you post, and then once you have your screenshot, then go ahead and post it. Okay, so you're gonna take a selfie post. So just saying is what I'm looking for. So just take a selfie of you watching the live session. Now, once you've taken your photo, your next task is to reply to the question in the live chat by saying, I commit, okay? Just saying, I commit. So you're gonna write it like here, say, I commit. Now, very, very important. The chat will be moving really quickly, which might make it very difficult in order for you to screenshot it after you post. So to avoid getting distracted, screenshot your comment. So type out your comment, screenshot your comment before you post, and then once you have your screenshot, then go ahead and post it. Okay, so you're gonna take a selfie, you're gonna write, I commit. You're then going to take a screenshot of it, and then you're gonna post, I commit. Now, when you have your photo of you watching the session and you've got your commitment screenshot, head over to the community section in the VIP WAP. So you're gonna head over to this community section right here. You're then gonna create a post in the community explaining your why as to why you're committing to changing your life with digital products. You're gonna attach your photo of you watching the session. You're gonna attach your commitment screenshot. And by the way, if you want some extra bonus points, post a photo of yourself watching the live session on your Instagram story and tag me. Who knows? I might even repost a few. Thank you. The team and I will then select a winner from the community, and we will announce the winner during tomorrow's VIP session. But here is the reality. There will be one MacBook winner from today's session. The real win is the opportunity that is right in front of you, okay? Digital products has made me and many others completely ungovernable. And by no fault of your own, the opportunity that we take advantage of wasn't just an option for you until now, okay? The opportunity to become an ungovernable person, the person who doesn't play by the same rules as everyone else, is right in front of you. As I said, this used to be behind closed doors. This wasn't available to the everyday person, but now it is. But ultimately, you need to understand the decision is yours. Are you gonna let another opportunity pass you by just to have those if-only conversations in a few years? Or are you gonna get out of your own way and commit today? Now, before open Q&A, I'm gonna announce yesterday's MacBook winner. I'll be calling the winner live, so make sure you have your phone with you. If you get the call, make sure you answer and say the password below. So the person, I'm gonna call you right now. When I ask you for the password, well, first of all, hopefully you pick up. Second, I'm gonna ask what the password is, and you have to tell me this password. So, anyways, with all that being said, let's get into some of your questions. You can post it in the live chat, and yeah, I'm also gonna have Jason join. Thank you, sir. Lovely. I believe Jason should be coming up any moment. Let me move this here. I'll start looking at your questions. All right. Well, Jason is coming in now. Should we start off with the winner?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's give him a ring. All right. Let's see.
I got to say that was incredible today. Yeah.
You enjoyed that format?
Did everybody like that? Wasn't that nice? That was very sweet.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, you can answer some of the cues. Let me just get the winner up.
Nice. Yes. Just incredible. Let's give him on a lot of love for that today. We're always pushing the envelope. We're always trying to.
Also, I forgot to mention, guys, also the FaceTime winner. My team reminded me. Sorry about that. The FaceTime winner of the day is Samir from Croatia. So Samir from Croatia, congratulations. Samir from Croatia. I will give you a call later today once the main session is complete.
Yes, sir. I saw a question about, will AI help me with my hairdressing business? Let's put it this way. If you're in business, AI will help you if you apply it appropriately. You have the ability to actually leverage your knowledge and expertise in the hairdressing business to create digital products with that, by the way. When we lean on non-expert digital products, that is the way for most people listening. But if you happen to have some expertise and you don't get too into it, but allow the AI to build around that expertise, that is also incredibly valuable as well. I don't think there's a single business that I can think of where putting a digital product around it won't make it even more valuable. And oftentimes, most people who start with the digital product as the add-on to their business quickly make it the main business, if you will. Because there's a lot more flexibility with the digital product business. There's a lot of questions about how to get synthesized. I don't want to get into that too much.
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Should we, Gabriel, hopefully you're watching this. Let's see, let's give you a call.
We're calling you, Gabriel.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Hi, man. How are you?
How are you doing, bro?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good, good. You know what you know what question I'm gonna ask you?
Yeah, the password.
Yes, sir. What is it?
Topic.
Topic? There we go.
Yeah.
By the way, that was a password, right? I'll be honest. I've been so
Yeah, that was
slides.
that was the password. Yeah.
Can't believe it, man.
Amazing. All right, bro. Big congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, big congratulations. And yeah,
Thank you so much.
we'll catch up later. We got to get back to the presentation, but
Yeah, sure. I'm live with you now.
all right, perfect.
Nice.
All right, perfect. Big congrats once again. We'll chat soon.
Thanks again, man. I appreciate
All
it.
right, cheers, bye.
Nice.
All right. I think we are.
Woo. We got,
You can keep running through the cues.
yeah, man, we got 5 more left. So 5 more chances to win. Shout out to all my VIPs out there. Keep going on. Keep showing up. This is part of winning, is the showing up, as we talked about. So congrats to you, Gabriel. We will show you how to get Synthesize 3.0. It's the brand new version, by the way, in the main presentation. If you are on the wait list, which I believe like there's 60-some thousand people on last time we checked, you will get the link ahead of time. So make sure to smash that. But as we learned last time we did VIP, Iman, we'll just save that for the main session. So we hear you, we acknowledge you, but we'll get back to that. Somebody says, do you know Bob Proctor? I actually used to work with Bob Proctor. God bless his soul. One of the finest individuals to work with. And this is why I get so excited about doing this. By the way, he was a huge proponent of digital products, and he promoted some of the digital products that I published throughout the years. So you can kind of see the through line. Every really impactful industry is not shaped by a physical product, really. It's shaped by a digital product. Even Amazon started with digital products. Isn't that interesting? A lot of people forget about that. You do not need any AI to build a digital product? That's a good question. My funny story on this one, Iman, when COVID hit, like we were in LA, so like they thought COVID was the Black Plague times 1,000, right? We couldn't leave our door without getting beaten in public, and so I started to cut my own hair. And never had I appreciated a barber more in my life than after I cut my own hair. I was like, here we go. And I live in Brentwood, so I paid $138 for this haircut before I flew out here to Dubai. So shout out to Brentwood for you. If you want to see how different people will value different things, remember when Imam was talking about that earlier, right? In Iowa, you would die if you paid $20 for a great clips haircut. But in Brentwood, My hairdresser, I think, makes more than I make. So I don't know. It's different relative value. So you do not need AI to create a digital product. But I will tell you, we would not be here right now working so hard if we didn't have AI to help us create these digital products, because otherwise it is reserved for people that are both expert and expert in the creation or the synthesizing of the digital product as well, because information alone isn't enough. If I give you a encyclopedia and there's the solution to your problem inside of there, but you don't know which volume and you don't know which page, that is not useful as well. So the secret is really, AI isn't the answer. AI is what allows you to get to the answer sooner and faster and quicker. And it also removes that imposter syndrome that a lot of people suffer from, because you don't have to be the expert. You harness the expertise in a deliberate way. Do you think college is worth the money? Iman, do you think college is worth the money?
Listen, I didn't even finish high school, so I guess I'm probably not the best person to talk about that. Listen, I feel like I just don't really want to beat a dead horse. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I just feel like, listen, if you want to be an entrepreneur and if you want to be ungovernable, what do you think?
So,
well, you know, what do you think? Because also you have children.
I was just going to say, ironically, I dropped out of school myself. I spent a semester and a half at Iowa State, go Cyclones. Dropped out. I have 3 kids. And we tell them, if you don't do something amazing, your ass is going to college. I would prefer they skip college for 2 reasons. Because it's like UCLA is the bottom of the list of the colleges that they're looking at. And those are pretty expensive. And no matter how much money I make, I always want to get the value out of my money. And you should too, by the way. You should always invest in things that are going to make you better, but you should always be very, very deliberate about things where you don't get a return on your investment. And so we say college is, if you don't have anything better going for you, then your ass goes to college. Or if you want to be a lawyer, or if you want to be a doctor. Now, and this may sound controversial, and it may depend on where you live. I don't think most lawyers make enough money for me to be ungovernable. The lawyer salary isn't even going to come close to scratching the surface. My wife got a legal degree from a very prestigious university in Romania, and back then that was the only way they could make $3,000 a month.
I think maybe it's not even the... Listen, lawyers eventually make great money, or good money.
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them. I think the main issue is the time. Like, just the sheer amount of time that, like, okay, yeah, maybe you're ungovernable, but like, do you really want to wait 15 years? And then also, like, you're never truly ungovernable as a lawyer. That's, I guess, kind of the issue. If we look at financial freedom, like, financial freedom is just one example of it. And like, for me personally, maybe you guys, and fair enough, you know, I mean, fair enough. Everyone's different. There's some people that are like, I will slave away. I don't need time freedom. I don't need location freedom. I don't want to see my kids. I don't want to hang out with my friends. I don't want to go on vacation. I just want to have X amount of digits in my bank account. If that's you, like, listen, bless you. Like, everyone's different. For me personally, I was not willing to encroach on my time freedom and my location freedom in order to have financial freedom. For me, I'd actually have, because also the other thing is, I think some people have this idea in their mind, and it's actually, for me personally, one of the most cancerous thing about social media is, you know, I see some stupid shit on social media. People are like, if you don't have at least, if you don't make at least $1 million a year, you're poor. It's like, what world are you living in? Like, come on, man. Like, stop it. You know, so I just see a bunch of shit online that I just think is very distasteful, and also is not rooted in the real world. As someone who has lived through all sorts of income brackets and spent X amount and this and that, like, I can tell you, this is, once again, this is just for me personally. In order to live a great life, you need to make a lot less money than you think you do, but it's not about how much money you make, it's the way in which you make the money. Because the way in which most people think they want money, but what most people want is freedom. And if in the pursuit of money, you've lost your freedom, what was the point of it? Or at least that's the way I see it. Maybe you might disagree.
I totally agree. And by the way, what do you go to university for? Really, information. Now, there's a component of connection, but I have become connected to more wonderful individuals in the world by doing amazing things in the world, not going to a university. But primarily, it's rooted around education and information. And my question to you is, what is a more modern distribution of information? University or learning how to use digital products effectively on the internet, because a lot of the information that's in the university becomes obsoleted. Like, I would never go to business school to study business. I would study business by going into a business and working directly for the business. And I would also publish things and start a business. I created my first business in 2004, and I was living with my dad in a little 2-room apartment in Iowa, and I crossed the street and I opened up a bank account and put $50 in it. And there you go. I was in business. Flatland Productions. That was the first business that I ever created in my life, trying to make that music work. So you can start your business today, and you can apply the cutting edge technologies, because you're learning from the professors here, not sanctioned, not licensed, but professors nonetheless. And then you can apply it, because here's the difference between education and wisdom. It's experience. You can say you understand something, but once you live it, then you truly know the thing. So the sooner we can get you to know the thing, the more you can benefit from it. I saw another great question around here too that was interesting. What about the concept of authenticity? So just because you curate products and collect them and publish them faceless, that doesn't mean that there's a question of authenticity or inauthenticity. This is two separate issues. Now, if you're going to put your name on it, you're going to put your face on it, you're going to brand it and claim it as your unique way, you better walk the walk. Like, that's incredibly important, not only because it feels better, but because it's more effective to do it that way. But there's a lot of products out there that authenticity is not even part of the conversation. It either does the thing it's supposed to do or it doesn't, and it's not a personal branded product. But I get it, and this is why we spend so much time working with you on this. When you've never experienced the new paradigm, everything you see, you will try to fit it into your old paradigm. And unfortunately, that's going to only allow you to achieve the level of success you've currently achieved, whatever it is. But if you want to achieve a greater level of success, you need to be able to step into a new paradigm. And so this is a new paradigm. So every time you compare it to something old, you are limiting it. So we have the ability to publish digital products without worrying about authenticity or inauthenticity. Now, the results are authentic. The information is transformative in an authentic nature.
And also, sorry to cut you off, I think another very important thing to note and mention is your intention is authentic. And what I mean by that is, listen, at the end of the day, if you make a product that only you find useful or you find valuable, or you make a product specifically for you, is that, maybe you're being authentic to yourself, but is that being a person who's serving? Is that being a person who's in service to others? Is that really serving other people? If you're just selfishly making something that, oh, this is just for me, 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 me. You know, there's multiple ways to look at it. I would actually argue that, okay, you're being, you know, if you want to be authentic and you want to be authentically a good serving person and you want to make money in the right way, well, then maybe make money. You know, it's kind of like I told you earlier. There's certain things where I'm like, I can't believe there's such a market for it, but what your facts are not feelings. Okay, so my feelings, or sorry, feelings are not facts. You know, my feelings around something, okay, my opinion of something, oh, I can't believe there's such a big market for it. Well, clearly there is, because people are, you know, are responding with their wallets, and people are responding with their interests, and that makes the person that created that product in service. He's serving that market, okay? And he's authentically serving, because it's not about him. It's not, oh, him or her, by the way. It's not him or her, oh, me, 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 me. He's making something for the market.
Yeah, it's inauthentic to live less than what you're capable of. So think about that and compare that. So the cost of living lesser than you can be is a form of inauthenticity. We just don't see that side of it. We see, okay, new thing, let me find the ways in which it won't work, and then not be surprised when I can't work it. But we love you. That's why we keep working with you.
You know what's so interesting as well? Everyone keeps saying, you know, the whole slogan with our VIPs is 0.44.
Hell yeah.
Seeing a lot of 888s, right?
They know.
In ode to the wait list. So guys, we're gonna have about 3 more minutes to jump off here, but just a heads up, team, if you're watching this, you are watching this, team, if you can go ahead and just drop in the wait list link if you haven't already. As you guys know, how many people are we in the wait list now?
64,000, I think, last I checked.
Before we checked.
Yeah, 62, something like that. Yeah.
So we have 64,000 people in the wait list for Monetize version 3. Listen, as we've already explained and as we've said, you alluded to yesterday, there's always that 0.44% of people that want to invest in themselves and take things a step further. And I mean, listen, once you guys see what we have going on, and we even spoke about university and colleges. I would actually have no issue with universities and colleges. And I would have no issue with the fact that they charge $60,000 a year, which is like crazy. But like, okay, what if after 60 days they came knocking on your door and they're like, oh, you're not succeeding? Okay, you know what? We have an insurance policy to make sure that you succeed.
We're not going to charge you anymore.
We're not going to charge you anymore. What if after 12 months they go, oh, you're not getting the intended result? Okay, we will not take a single penny from you ever again until you achieve this result. And we're going to track the result. Then all of a sudden, I would say $60,000 is a bargain. Take that $60,000 any day of the week. But there needs to be some accountability with it. Okay, it's a two-way street. If you're going to invest in someone or a company or a business or whatever it is, they should invest in you. Vice versa. Okay, it's a two-way street. So all of that to say, even though the 64,000 people on the wait list, they understand that Monetize 3.0, with all the new upgrades and everything that we've added to it, is a considerable investment. It's a serious investment. But still, last time we got 16,000 people on the wait list. This time we have 64,000. So even though, as I said, people know it's a considerable investment, people are clamoring to get in. And like I said, I witness over at this point, $1.5 billion a year in sales through WAP and digital product sales. And I can tell you, I've never in my entire life, ever, I've been doing this for 10 years, seen demand for something like this at this level. So
no, this is crazy. 40 million unique impressions, I think we were saying earlier today, right? But who's left? The serious go-getters are. So we'll break that down more.
Anyways, all of that to say, ladies and gents, 5-minute call. We will see you on the main session, today's main session. We also have Q&A, and we also have
some guests.
Yeah, we got some special guests, so it's going to be a fun one. All right, we'll see you there. Lots of love, guys, and we'll see you very shortly on the main session. Make sure you are there on time. Make sure you don't miss it.
Peace.
We are living through an extraordinary